Hey scholars, can you believe we're already on lesson 11 of module 4? And today we're going to work on our brand new learning goal. Moving on to topic C, I can add and subtract groups of 10. But if you're like me, sometimes you don't remember everything that you learned before. So we're going to go over some regular addition and subtraction. And then we'll talk about how to make that groups of 10. So in this picture, I see 2 apples. So I did 1, 2, and I labeled them 2. Then I got another apple, and I labeled it 1. Now, I am writing math sentences to show that I'm adding and subtracting. In this case, I got another 1, so I am adding. Now, I don't know if you remember my friend the plus sign, but this guy is my magic put together. When I put the plus sign between 2 numbers, it means I'm going to put them together. So I'm going to stick one of these plus signs between my 2 and my 1. All right. And I've made myself a number sentence. 2 plus 1. Now that's not too bad. I know how to do that. I remember doing that. I've got 2 plus 1 more, that's 2, and 3. My sentence reads 2 plus 1 equals 3. And I can think of that like 2 apples plus 1 apple equals 3 apples. 3 apples. And when I say apples after each one like that, I'm saying my unit. So when I go to tackle those big 10 group numbers, I'm going to say 10 like it's a unit. So now that we've tackled our number sentences over here, 2 plus 1 equals 3, I'm going to show you it another way. So I have my magic counting sticks here, the way we fold our hands, and we know we all have 10 fingers. So I can look at it like, 2 folded hands plus 1 folded hands equals 3 folded hands. But like I said before, I know that my hands have 10 fingers on them, and I'm really working with my magic counting sticks. So let's change the equation. Bam! We've been practicing counting by tens, so I can look over here at this group, and now I'm going to call it 10 and 20. Bam! Plus another 10. Bam! And that's going to equal 10, 20, and 30. Was that hard? I don't think it was hard. I almost have the same equation. Let's look. 2 plus 1 is 3. 20 plus 10 is 30. I just put a 0 after each one of my numbers to bump my digits over into the tens place because I have 10 fingers. Awesome job, guys. Now I'm going to look at how to do a subtraction one. So I'm going to go quickly over how to do subtraction because it's been such a long time, and we'll go from there. I'm going to go back to my apples. This time, I found all 3 at the same time. Here they are, my 1, 2, 3 apples, and I labeled them 3. But I got hungry, and I ate one. So I put that red X there to show that that apple from my picture is not there anymore. but I'm trying so hard to remember how to show that as a math sentence. And I'm thinking, and then I remember my friend, the minus sign. There he is. Just a little dash. Just a little dash, like a sword cutting across. I go, wow, whack it apart. A minus takes apart numbers. So let's watch it take apart my apple numbers. I had 3 apples, and then whoosh, I ate one. I took it apart. 3 minus 1 equals, how many don't have X's? 1 and 2. 3 minus 1 equals 2. But my learning goal wasn't to do single digits. My learning goal was to work with tens. So let me get my magic counting sticks back up here. I'm going to wave my magic wand and blam. Okay. I have 3 10 groups minus 1 10 group. And then I have 1, 2 10 groups that don't have any X's on them. But I want to write that out like a second grade scholar. I want to write that out the regular way. So because I've learned to count by tens, I can say 10, 20, 30 was how many I started with right here, 30. And one group got taken away. That group is 10. Here's my 10. So 30 take away 10 equals 20. Let's check it. 10, 20. Oh, good. I am correct. What I want to do now is I'm going to go through a plus problem over here, an addition problem, that's going to look a little bit more like what I'm going to see on my paper when I go to do my problem set. Boop. All right. So I have a bunch of markers, and you probably won't be buying this many markers anytime soon, but let me tell you, friends, if any of you become a teacher or something similar, you find yourselves buying lots of packs of things, and then you want to be able to count up how many individual ones you have with all your packs. So I know from doing all of my practice so far that each one of these is 10. And I'm putting together the top row and the bottom row. So real quick for myself, so I can get myself in motion and get myself in the swing of things, I am going to do my top row as some quick tens. Here I go. 10, 20, 30. And I know what I want to do is put it together with my bottom row. So I already put in my magic put together plus sign. And that gave me 30 plus 10, 20, 30, 40. Whoop, 10, 20, 30, 40. So now I know my top is 30 plus my bottom 40. And then I can work out how many total markers I have bought. Let's pop it up there. Boop. Migrate everybody to the other side of my equal sign. And on the other side of my equal sign, I'm going to end up with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 5 group and 2 more. Okay. I bought 70 markers. Man, that should be enough for you guys. I don't know if it would be enough in a big classroom. So, what does that mean? What does that mean? I still don't have a number sentence. I just kind of have a bunch of marks. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to say, all right, I got my first row. That was 10, 20, and 30. But bam! And then I want to move on and I want to bring in my second group. Boom! Now I have 30 plus 40. And the very end of what I need to do is I need to tell you what 30 and 40 together is equal to. Boop. 30 plus 40 equals 70. So when we set off to look at our problem set and our exit ticket, just remember that we can draw quick tens to represent our 10 groups, and then we can work it out like a regular problem. Okay? You all are going to do so amazing on this, and I cannot wait to see what you turn in. See you later, scholars.